I woke up today and found frost perched on the town. It hovered in a frozen sky and gobbled summer down. When the sun turns traitor cold and shivering trees are standing in the naked road, I get the urge for going, but I never seem to go. And I get the urge for going when the meadow grass is a-turning brown. Summertime is a-falling down and winter closing in. I had a boy in summertime with summer-colored skin, and not another girl in town my darling's heart could win. But when the leaves came trembling down and bully winds did rub their faces in the snow, he got the urge for going, and I had to let him go. And he got the urge for going when the meadow grass was a-turning brown. Summertime was a-falling down and winter closing in. The warriors of a winter give a cold triumphant shout, and all that stays is dying, all that lives is getting out. You see the geese in chevron flight, flapping and a-racing on before the snow. They've got the urge for going, and they've got the wings to go. And they get the urge for going when the meadow grass is a-turning brown. Summertime is a-falling down and winter closing in. I'll ply the fire with kindling, pull the blankets to my chin. I'll lock the vagrant winter out and bolt my wandering in. I'd like to call back summertime and have her stay for just another month or so. But she's got the urge for going, so I guess she'll have to go. And she gets the urge for going when the meadow grass is a-turning brown. All her empires are falling down and winter closing in. And I get the urge for going when the meadow grass is a-turning brown. Summertime is a-falling down and winter closing in. Welcome to another First Saturday concert. I'm Diane Taraz, and started off with Joni Mitchell's fabulous evocation of the end of summer, which is where we are right now, the end of summer. This is October. Here is my composition, What is the Wind? as the wind lifts the leaves and sets the branches a-dancing, the earth is breathing and sighing at the kiss of the breeze. All the trees are in motion, some asking and others replying. What is the wind? Who can say? No one knows where it's been. No one knows where it's going. All that we can feel is the flow of the wind at our backs, and its secrets will never be known. As the birds dip and fly like little chips of the sky, on the edge of the wind cuts the swallow at the turn of the seas, and they are off on a journey, some leading and others to follow. What is the wind? Who can say? No one knows where it's been. No one knows where it's going. All that we can feel is the flow of the wind at our backs, and its secrets will never be known. As the milkweed unfurls its little sails in the sunset, adrift as the colors are burning at the rise of the sun, the seed will fall with its fellows, some dying and others returning. What is the wind? Who can say? No one knows where it's been. No one knows where it's going. All that we can feel is the flow of the wind at our backs, and its secrets will never be known. It's the season of falling leaves, and back in 1945, two Frenchmen, Joseph Cosma with a K and Jacques Prévert, wrote a song called Les Feuilles Mortes, the dead leaves, and it was depressed. At the end of a love affair, it says, La mer efface sur le sable les pas des amants désunis. The sea erases the footprints from the sand of the parted lovers. Well, happily, Johnny Mercer, a couple years later in 1947, wrote some still sad but gorgeous words that are a little less about the dead leaves than about the falling leaves, the autumn leaves. C'est une chanson qui nous ressemble. Toi, tu m'aimais et je t'aimais. Nous vivions tous les deux ensemble. Toi qui m'aimais, moi qui t'aimais. Mais la vie sépare ceux qui s'aiment tout doucement, sans faire de bruit. Mais la mer efface drift by my window, the autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long, and soon I'll hear old winter's song. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. Well, let's take a little trip out to western Massachusetts, to the Berkshires, where I was born. Spent many years going back and forth on the turnpike. I was born out in the Berkshires, where those softly rolling hills rise around you all the time. Circle blue on the horizon, and the trees that edge the sky sway a gentle pantomime, saying, "Come away and rest here in our arms. We know the answers." And the summer nights out in the Berkshires wrap themselves around you like a shawl. When the wind comes riding around the mountain, then you know I wanna stay and see the fall. But then I might not go away at all. Then I might not go away at all. Endless winter in the city seems I'm running all the time just to stay right where I am. And the snow here's just a problem. When the grays ground me down, turn my face out to the west, where a fire burns warm while the winter sings its song. I know the answers. And the winter nights out in the Berkshires wrap your mind in whiteness as they fall. When the snow comes sliding around the mountain, then you know I hear the sleeping springtime call. Then I wonder why I go away at all. I wonder why I go away at all. And And here's a song about going. In my youth, I knew my family way back, hundreds of years ago, came from Normandy in France. And I was dying to go there. And I met my future husband, and he brought me there. It was so wonderful. But the interesting thing is I wrote this song before that chance came along. And for me, Normandy was just a land of possibility and romance and connection. Everyone wants to know where they originally came from. So here is Normandy. And I shall go to Normandy, just as the leaf goes to the light, just as the bird goes to the sky. Oh, when I go. And I shall go to Normandy and feel my blood in all the vines that twirl and twine toward the sun. Oh, when I go. And I will know each blade of grass, and I will know each singing stream, and I will know your deepest heart. Oh, when I go. And I will know the morning sun, and I will know the evening star, and I will know that we are one. Oh, when I go. And we shall sing without a sound, and we shall dance without a step, and we shall talk without a word. Oh, when I go. Beyond the forms, beyond the names, before the time when we were two, beside ourselves with gentleness. Oh, when I go. Oh, take my hand and come with me. Together we'll to Normandy and close our eyes to better see. Oh, when I go. Oh, take me back to Normandy, that land where I have never been, that land I yearn to see again. Oh, when I go. Oh, when I go. Oh, when I go. Well, next, I have a quintessential autumn song, Cheryl Wheeler's magnificent When Fall Comes to New England. And her description is just so perfect. When fall comes to New England, the sun slants in so fine, the air's so clear you can almost hear the grapes grow on the vine. The nights are sharp with starlight, and the days are cool and clean. And in the blue sky overhead, the northern geese fly south instead, and leaves our Irish setter red. When fall comes to New England, when fall comes to New England, and the wind blows off the sea, swallows fly in a perfect sky, and the world was meant to be. When acorns line the walkways, then winter can't be far. From yellow leaves a blue jay calls, Grandmothers walk out in their shawls, and chipmunks run the old stone walls. When fall comes to New England, frost is on the pumpkin, squash is off the vine, winter warnings race across the sky. The squirrels are on to something, they're working overtime. Foxes blink and stare, and so do I. 'Cause when fall comes to New England, oh, I can turn away from fading light on flying wings, and late goodbyes a robin sings, and then another thousand things. When fall comes to New England, when fall comes to New England. Well, a bunch of years ago, one October, I stepped out of my house and saw clinging to a cosmos flower a bee who was seized up with the cold. It was an extremely tragic sight. And a little while later, I wrote this song called Cold Bee. Actually, it was in 1996. Last fall in the frosty dawn, a bee clung to a flower dry. Shining sunlight did not warm her, all that brightness was a lie. So cold, so cold, so cold, she could no longer fly. Once she flew far with her sisters, journeyed far to serve her queen. Strong wings bore her to the clover, warm sun lit her path unseen. Farewell, summer, no more clover for the bee. Then the snow fell on the stony ground, then brutal blew the wind. No life stirred out in my garden, dark nights kept me shut within. Dreamless slumber, we wait for the world to spin. Now the air is softer and the grass grows warm out in the lawn. I hear buzzing in my garden, strong wings flashing in the sun. Seize your season, fly high, for summer soon is gone. is Lord Tennyson's poem Crossing the Bar. Alfred. Tennyson wrote it in 1889, and it's been used for a great many farewell ceremonies when people are moving on. And it says, "May there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea." No moaning, please, no moaning. And the moaning seems to be the sound of the tide washing over the sandbar. I guess you could call it moaning if you're of a poetic frame of mind. And Gwyneth Walker, a fabulous composer, arranged it and set it to music in 2016 for chorus. And I first sang it in my church choir. And I was so taken with it that I turned it into a solo piece with guitar. So here is Gwyneth and Alfred's and my Crossing the Bar. Sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me, and may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea, and may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. But such a tide as moving seems asleep, too full for sound and foam, when that which drew from out the boundless deep turns again home. Sunset and evening star, and one clear call for me, and may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea, and may there be no moaning of the bar when I put out to sea. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. Well, traditionally, the last song that sailors sang as they came into port after a long voyage was "Leave Her, Johnny." And like most shanties, it was full of complaints. The trip had been awful, and they were so glad to get away from these people they had spent so long with, and especially the people in charge. So here's "Leave Her, Johnny." Oh, I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow you will get your pay, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. The work was hard and the voyage long. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. The sea was high and the gale so strong, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. The grub was bad and the wages low. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. But now once more ashore we'll go, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, our old man don't set no sail. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. We'd be better off in a nice clean jail, and it's time for us to leave her. The old man swears and the mate swears too. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. The crew all swears and so would you, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, Captain, now you're gonna lose your crew. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. We've had enough of the ship and you, and it's time for us to leave her. A glass of grog for every man. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. And a bottle full for the shanty man, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is done and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. They have a definite urge for going. Well, here's an entirely different urge for going. Instead of getting away from a situation, this singer would like to be reunited with a loved one. But there's this inconvenient water in the way. The water is wide, I cannot cross o'er. Neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall cross. My love and I lean my back against an oak, thinking that it was a mighty tree. But first it bent, and then it broke. So did my love prove false to me. I put my hand in some soft bush, thinking the sweetest flower to find. I pricked my but not as deep as the love I'm in. I know not if I sink or swim. The water is wide, I cannot cross o'er, neither have I wings to fly. Give me a boat that can carry two, and both shall cross, my love and I, and both shall cross, my love and I. Well, here is a gorgeous song from Scotland. Violet Jacob of Angus in 1915 wrote a poem called The Wild Geese. And we all know what they do. They have the urge for going, and they've got the wings to go. And Jim Reed of Dundee set her poem to music in 1975. And I just love doing it in open G. And in the poem, a roving Scotsman far from home asks the north wind, the Norland wind, for news of his home. And this being a poem, the wind answers and says, "My man, I've seen the tides on the Firth of Forth, and I've seen the gulls soaring above the River Tay." And he goes on to tell him more, and the poor man is reduced to a homesick mass of emotion. He says, "Hold your words, I dare not listen mair. I can't hear any more about it, thank you." So here's Norland Wind. Oh, tell me what was on your mind, ye roaring Norland wind, as ye came blowing from the land that's never from my mind. My feet they traveled England, but I'm dying for the north. My man, I saw the silver tides run up the Firth of Forth. I wend, I know them well enough, and find they fall and rise, and oft I felt the creeping mist on yonder shore that lies. But tell me as you pass them by, what saw ye on the way? My man, I've rocked the roving gulls that sail above the Tay. But saw ye nothing lying wind before you came to Fife? There's much that lies beyond the Tay, means more to me than life. My man, I've swept the Angus hills ye have not trod for years. Oh, wind, forgive a homeless fool who cannot see for tears. And far above the Angus fields I saw the wild geese flee, a long, long skein of beaten wings with their heads toward the sea, and I their crying voices trailed along the morning air. O wind, have mercy, hold your words, I dare not listen more. Kate Rusby's Underneath the Stars has kept me company on many a drive. Her first album, Underneath the Stars, is just magnificent from beginning to end. And in this one, the stars and her lover and everything goes of its own free will. Underneath the stars I'll meet you, and underneath the stars I'll greet you. There beneath the stars I'll leave you before you go of your own free will. Go gently. Underneath the stars you met me, and underneath the stars you left me. I wonder if the stars regret me. At least you'll go of your own free will. Go gently. Here beneath the stars I'm mending, I'm here beneath the stars not ending. One earth and I pretending, I'm here again, the stars befriending. They come and go of their own free will. Go gently. Underneath the stars you met me, and underneath the stars you left me. I wonder if the stars regret me. I'm sure they'd like me if they only met me. They come and go of their own free will. Go gently. Well, Paul Simon frequently had an urge for going. In this case, he walked off to look for America. Let us be lovers, we'll marry our fortunes together. I've got some real estate here in my bag, so we bought a pack of cigarettes and Mrs. Wiley pies and walked off to look for America. Kathy, I said as we boarded the Greyhound in Pittsburgh, Michigan seems like a dream to me now. It took me 4 days to hitchhike from Saginaw. I've come to look for America. sitting on the bus, playing games with the faces. She said the man in the gabardine suit was a spy. I said, be careful, his bow tie is really a camera. Toss me a cigarette, I think there's one in my raincoat. We smoked the last one an hour ago. So I looked at the scenery. She read her magazine, and the moon rose over an open field. Kathy, I'm lost, I said, though I knew she was sleeping. I'm empty and aching, and I don't know why. Counting the cars on the New Jersey Turnpike, they've all come to look for America. All come to look for America. All come to look for America. I have a song I'm going to play on my extremely old guitar. This is a Stauffer guitar made in Germany in the 1820s or 1830s, and C.F. Martin was an apprentice with Stauffer. When he got to New York in the 1830s, he started making guitar. If you see very, very early, the first Martins looked just like this with a scrolly head and small, pretty cool. So on this almost 200-year-old guitar, I want to do a 200-year-old song, at least. This is Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, and we think of it today as about dying and going to heaven, but when it was created, it was a roadmap for how to find freedom in the North, how to cross over Jordan. A band of angels might be coming after you, such as Harriet Tubman and other people who would shepherd you to freedom. And yeah, goes nice with this guitar. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming for to carry me home. A band of angels coming after me, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down, coming for to carry me home. But still I know I'm heavenly bound, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. If I get there before you do, coming for to carry me home, I'll cut a little hole and pull you through, coming for to carry me home. If you get there before I do, coming for to carry me home, tell all my friends that I'm coming too, coming for sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. Coming for to carry me home. For the movie The Wizard of Oz, Harold Arlen and Yip Harburg created timeless music. And here's the best one, Over the Rainbow. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. If birds fly